they really believe we're going to give up, we're going to be like everybody else, or, you know what I mean, fold. Like, nah, we're going to take this to the end. We're already this far. Why are we going to stop now? We're going to ride it out. I'm not going to plea out.
Well, well, well. How the turntables...
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to Willimantic, Connecticut, where I have yet another update on First Amendment freedom fighter, the Constitution State. This fine young shot caller has pled guilty to yet another crime that took place while playing pretend activist, but surprisingly yet again, has failed to inform his audience of such an action. He repeatedly assured his viewers that he would never accept a plea deal before ultimately pleading guilty, and he's tried to maintain that pledge by just ignoring it. We will be watching a little bit of what led to his charges, his punishment he accepted for his plea deal, and finally ending on what he's been doing since, because it's filled with inadvertent hilarity we've all come to enjoy. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like and comment below. Let's jump right in.
Do what? I'm 10 feet away, dude. I'm good. You can do whatever you want. I'm good. I'm good right here. I get what you want, but I'm going to do what I want and what I'm allowed to do. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Listen, I'm not doing this today. I am more than 10 feet away.
I don't want you behind my guy.
I don't care what you want.
Listen,
Dillard. I want you to stop pulling people over with no reason.
Stand down.
No, I'm going to stand here where I'm allowed to.
48 to 12.
I don't want you standing behind him. I don't want you standing behind him.
Danny, what's going on?
Just tape it. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Listen,
I'm not causing any trouble. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm fine with that. So here's the deal. What I'm going to do is, obviously you're good to film. I fully understand that. You do your thing. But what I will make a reasonable request, and I have the right to do so, is that you stay behind the rear car.
What's that reasonable request? That's not reasonable.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Daniel.
How is that? My camera can't hear. My microphone can't hear. That's not reasonable.
Danny,
that's not reasonable.
Danny, there's a safety issue.
What is that? What's the issue?
Safety issue is that my guys are dealing with traffic.
It's got nothing to do with me.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Danny, I'm not going to.
I'm proven fact not to do anything. So issue me a citation and I'll back up.
Daniel,
that's the only.
It's not going to be a citation.
So what are you going to do? You're going to arrest me. You're going to arrest me.
It's called interfering with
investigation. I'm not interfering.
My guys
I haven't said anything. No.
Danny, back up.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Daniel, are you refusing an order to back up?
I'm doing what I'm allowed to do.
Can't do their
right.
job,
Yes, they've been doing their job the whole time.
On your camera.
Does my microphone have Zoom? This is what we deal with in Willimantic, guys. Bunch of tyrants.
The officers on scene instructed the freedom fighter to stand back a few feet so he wasn't directly behind the officer conducting the traffic stop. When he refused, the sergeant on scene decided to request an arrest warrant instead of arresting him on the spot.
Oh, you hear him running my name? They're going to put a warrant out for interfering. What up, Heather? This supervisor loser's giving me a warrant for standing here filming. That's it. Nothing else. Interfering. I've never interfered. I'm definitely telling you, it's not going to go. Well, you should really learn what interfering is so you don't keep wasting your time doing this.
Just like you, I'm going to talk shit right back to you all day long.
Do it. Go ahead. Show us what a great professional cop you are. You fucking loser. You're a loser, bro. You are a loser. You're a loser. You're an active loser. Well, yeah, and he's an idiot. That's why. He don't care. He knows he won't get in trouble. He knows the police department won't hold him accountable. And he thinks because he's a supervisor, he could do whatever he wants. Dude ain't no sergeant. He ain't no anything. He's a manager. He's not a captain. He's not a lieutenant. He's a babysitter. Babysitter Ravella, 312. That's his badge number.
This back and forth continued for quite some time until the officers made an arrest of one of the individuals in the vehicle and they left the scene. Well, our activist was very upset about this, so he took his sandals and socks for a stroll to the police department to lodge some complaints.
Hello, can you tell me who the supervisor is on duty? It's only Ravella? Oh, okay. So how would I have to come in? I'd have to come in at a different time to speak to somebody else, obviously. Okay. Can I get some complaint forms? It's only that loser that was just on the scene threatening me with a warrant. He's the only one on duty, which is sad. He doesn't know basic things, yet he's in charge of everyone.
So this comment didn't age very well, as it became evident that the Constitution State eventually acknowledged Sergeant Ravella's understanding of, quote, basic things about a month later when he opted for a plea deal.
How many people were there? 3. Alright, that's what I need. Boom, boom, boom. And then we'll see. There's a... How long do you think it'll take for their warrant to come out, guys? They'll probably have it out tomorrow. What do you guys bet?
Well, it seems like they did their due diligence because it took about 2 weeks before he was finally arrested. A couple of days after this arrest, he cranks up a live stream to tell us all about it and his intentions to fight the case.
So it sucks, but it just comes with it because they really believe we're going to give up. We're going to be like everybody else, or, you know what I mean, fold. Like, nah, we're going to take this to the end. We're already this far. Well, why are we going to stop now? We're going to ride it out. I'm not going to plea out because you guys violated my rights. And they didn't just give me 1 warrant. They gave me 2. 2 counts of interfering, 1 with an officer, 1 with a search.
Yes, they sure did. The Constitution State pled guilty to both of these charges, leading to an 11-month jail sentence, ultimately suspended with 18 months of probation. So now that he's on probation, he's still hitting the streets fighting for my rights, except with a twist. Remember when I said inadvertent hilarity? Well, check this out.
What up, guys? They might not violate our rights if they don't know it's me. So let's see how it goes. What we got going on here? You guys think they had a reason to stop this car?
Yeah.
I was hoping they wouldn't know it was me so they wouldn't just violate my rights immediately, but it didn't work.
This whole scenario really cracked me up. First, he has clearly learned to distance himself from these scenes now that he's pled guilty to interference. Second, picturing him in a wig store finding the perfect disguise to fool these silly coppers has brought me a lot of laughs. It didn't seem to work very well, however, as the officers knew it was the Constitution State within about 5 seconds. We clearly aren't sending our brightest folks.
But they knew it was me.
Thank you, Patriot, for all you do. We all need a little bit more laughter in our lives. So not only has he been playing adult dress-up, he also held a 3-hour live stream raising money for Lafayette County audits after he was arrested for his 3rd DWI offense.
I am trying to raise $1,100. His bond's about, the bondsman wants $1,058 and some change, and so we're just trying to make sure we hit that bond amount by just saying 1,100, just to make sure that we have just like enough, just in case something happens, whatever. That's the goal for tonight. He's gonna stay with me. He will be with me until this case is resolved. So he will be in Texas until this case is either adjudicated or dismissed or whatever happens. So.
And then we got Loose Gun, did 50 in the cash or the super chat. Julia, Tube Sock, Super Tube 10. And that's 60, 67.
Yeah, but people need to understand those super chats aren't going to help us get this man out.
Yeah, we'll cover him until we get the super chats. You know, whatever it takes, man. Like, just trying to get him the fuck out of jail.
Yeah.
This team of freedom fighters were able to raise the necessary funds to fund their viewers to bail Lafayette County audits out of jail, leading to this hallmark moment.
There he is. Right there. We got the man of the hour.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going, dude? Good to see you, brother. How's it going, man? Give me a hug.
Good, brother.
Oh! Got him right here. Lafayette County Audit right here.
What's up, brother?
Bro, you missed the entertainment.
False DUI charge. Nice to meet you,
False
man.
DUI charge.
Hell yeah.
You are
Harvey.
Harvey.
Yes.
Harvey Freebird. You are
Galveston Island.
Galveston Island. Transparency. Or?
Yep.
Awesome.
Dude, when you come
Yeah, I'm the only one still live. I'm about to get off live here in a minute, but Karen should be in
Get
here
on.
at 119.
Oh, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Freedom!
Does it feel nice?
Yeah!
This scream and fist bump really reminded me of the time then presidential candidate Howard Dean did this.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
Freedom!
Does it feel nice?
Yeah!
Yeah! Does it feel nice?
Yeah! Yeah, thank you to everybody that donated to help get my bond. I can't express my gratitude enough on that. This was a complete setup.
I've watched the majority of Matthew Reardon's catalog on YouTube, and you'll never believe it, but he seems to get set up quite often. This new arrest took place only 2 weeks after spending approximately a year in jail stemming from yet another setup. Unfortunately for the Texas crew, this reunion would be short-lived because 2 days later, he would be arrested once again, throwing away all that fundraiser money that was just raised to get him out. But it wasn't their money, so no biggie.
So you are the highest ranking officer that's ever here today?
No, you don't get the highest ranking officer here today. Matthew Reardon, you have a warrant for your arrest out of Lafayette County in Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah, put your hands on your back, please. Thanks, sir. Hand grenades, rocket launchers, pocket knives. Anything in your pocket, anything in my box. Would you like to take all this property with you? You want to leave it with your friend?
Like, leave with my friend.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
Help me, guys.
There's only one person there.
Oh no, we got about 200 people
There's about
watching right
200
now.
people on YouTube right now, watching y'all. Just 200?
Nope, there's more
I'd
incoming.
like to see the warrant. I'd like to see the warrant before
Thank
we
you.
continue.
Do you want to just give them everything, or you want to keep like a big one?
You want to give them everything? Or you
Yeah, I want to give them everything.
I'll take it all. Thank you.
Dude, hey, what is your number too? Well, I need you to.
Can I write it down and give it to
Write
him?
it down and
Yeah.
give it to me?
I'll write it down and give it to you.
I need to see that.
So were his keys just deployed to get him down here, or do y'all actually have his keys? Because we need those to get the vehicle out of impound.
This agency that has a warrant just called us and,
Okay, so y'all don't have the keys then? Because
that's not us, we just serve the warrants.
Okay,
So we'll figure
cool.
that out, or we'll find someone that.
What's your phone number, young man?
I need to see this warrant before we continue.
Let me see the warrant! You cannot take me into custody without showing me the warrant!
Show me the money.
Show me the warrant!
Show me the money!
Show me the warrant!
Show me the money!
Show me the warrant!
Show me the money!
I don't know what the warrant was for. They just grabbed him and took him. So I guess GPD wants to act stupid again today.
Of course, Good Citizen News immediately blames the police department for arresting a man on an out-of-state warrant. Reardon is still sitting in the Galveston, Texas jail, but his initial bond of $10,000 was raised to $100,000. His warrant out of Mississippi stems from his arrest last year, where he will possibly be facing the last 4 years from his previous sentence. Not only that, the third DWI offense that took place in Texas comes with the possible punishment of up to 10 years in prison. So after the Reardon debacle, the Constitution State hasn't slowed down much, as he recently went cop watching with another YouTuber, Tyrant Slayer Studios, whose name is ironic given his track record of slaying exactly 0 tyrants.
Uh-oh. This situation just got way worse. This guy abuses people. Better be careful. Ravella. That's the one that assaulted me. He lied on the reports too. He said that I was way closer than I was on the warrants. Yet the kid that was closer, they didn't do anything to. That's what I was thinking. It's funny because he used to ask me to stop on calls like this. And I would. I'd show him respect. You know what I mean? And I've stopped plenty of videos for him. And now I don't do anything for him because he lies and he assaults me and he pushes me around. They don't know what do they just not know how to do? Anything? Put him on his side. Medical will get here. You know what I mean? CPR. He was doing, it looked like he was doing chest rubs. You don't got no Narcan with him?
Take note of 2 things that are taking place here. First, he's still not taking ownership of his arrests even after pleading guilty to his charges. Somehow this is still Sergeant Ravella's fault. I guess this makes sense given the fact that he's still trying to keep up the facade that he's fighting these cases rather than pleading them out. Pleading out cases for a lot of these guys typically leads to fewer and fewer of those sweet donos. Second, the officers are assisting a person who has suffered a possible drug overdose. Are they concerned for this citizen's well-being? Nah, of course not. They are more concerned at taking jabs at the officers giving medical assistance.
Thanks for not beating them, Ravella. Thanks for not violating their rights. Is that medical calls? You don't do that? Thanks for not hurting them, bud.
Don't go beating anybody up today, guys.
Oh, he's looking for it.
We'll see you in federal court, chump.
He's the one that did it.
See you in federal court, chump.
He's the one that did it. SRO. That's,
We'll see you in federal court, chump.
So that was, of course, Tyrant Slayer Studios, who has yet to see any officers in federal court. Isn't that right, chump? They aren't quite done yet, because these 2 savants want to investigate what just took place.
Let's investigate. They didn't investigate. Let's investigate. Where was she? Was it a girl or a guy?
It looked like a guy.
Yeah, but it looked like tits. When I was on that side, it looked like there was tits when he was doing chest rub. Anything?
Their investigation boiled down to if the person receiving the medical attention had breasts or not, and brushing through the grass for approximately 10 seconds, not finding anything. Again, we aren't sending our brightest. So to recap, the Constitution State pleads guilty to his charges, yet fails to inform his viewers. He then decides to cosplay as a graying believer, only to be called out within 10 seconds. Subsequently, he requests his viewers to contribute $1,100 for the purpose of securing Matthew Reardon's release from incarceration, albeit this effort only secured him a mere 2 days of freedom.
Freedom!
Does it feel nice?
Yeah!
And then finally, he took time out of his day to curse at police officers while they were trying to help someone dealing with a medical emergency. They then proceeded to, quote, investigate what took place by implementing the tried and true method of tits or no tits. I, for one, feel like my rights are being more protected by the day with this freedom fighter on the scene. Before we go, I did want to touch on one more thing. Take a quick look at this clip.
I've watched Auditors for a long time. I watched Rogue Nation. I watched San Joaquin, all the big channels. And that's what made me pick up a camera, dude, was watching all them and then going out and seeing all this crazy stuff happening in my own state. So I picked up a camera and just started doing it.
So I often try to track down a lot of these auditors' previous criminal records to look for anything that may explain some of their obvious disdain towards the police or government in general. In 2015, the Constitution State pled guilty to the sale of an hallucinogen or narcotic. He received a 7-year sentence with the last 3 suspended and 5 years of probation to follow. He completed his probation in February of 2022 without a hitch. He created his channel approximately 3 months after successfully completing this probation. But after spending a lot of that probation sentence watching the likes of Rogue Nation and San Joaquin Valley Transparency, he decides to pick up his camera and start breaking the law again. Since the inception of his channel, he's been arrested a total of 3 times. He has already pled guilty to 2 of those arrests, with the 3rd set for trial in October, where he is looking at charges of interference, trespassing, and breach of the peace. I'm only bringing this up because for the entire duration of his probation, he stayed out of trouble. But after being inundated with hours upon hours of First Amendment auditing videos, he's already back on probation for a 1.5 years, with that 3rd arrest outstanding. Look, I understand activism. I understand the desire to change things if I feel they are unjust. What I don't understand is this method. There may be a handful of First Amendment auditors who have actually affected change in some way, but for the other 99%, well, they just seem to be adding to an already lengthy criminal record, leading to jail time, fines, a tougher time finding employment, countless hours in court, just to name a few. There are better ways to affect change that don't involve harassing librarians, city clerks, the general public, and postal workers. I can almost assure you that for the vast majority of these First Amendment auditors, the only significant change they are likely to bring about is a shift in their future prospects. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Please remember to subscribe, like, and comment below. This is Dummy Kruger, and I'll see you guys on the next video.